It's the brilliant Nick Watt. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
Nick, Mediterranean. Why the Mediterranean? Because you spent years studying Japanese food.
Absolutely.
You're still doing that, but then...
Still doing the Japanese, but with the influence now of Aurelia, tapping into the flavours of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
And the philosophy of what we're serving is the same. We have the very best tuna sashimi or salmon sashimi, just served like that.
Yeah.
Aurelia, we have the very best ham and iberico or the very best San Daniele, just served beautifully.
Sounds good. So this is one of the dishes that you've looked at on your travels.
Absolutely.
What is it then?
So I've got a beautiful lamb leg. The important part is we're going to stud it with some rosemary, some garlic and some anchovies.
Yeah.
And just allow all those flavours to get in there while it roasts slowly.
This would be English lamb, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Don't want any of that New Zealand stuff.
Not when you're all the way over here, but if you're in New Zealand, it's the best. It's the best. It fed off all those beautiful salt marshes.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm just starting to spike the leg about every inch.
Now, this is the salt marsh lamb that you use in there. Why do you think this is so good?
It's fed off the salt pastures, and why is it so good? It's the closest you can get to New Zealand lamb all the way over here. No, seriously, it's fed off the New Zealand pastures. Off
New Zealand pastures,
yeah. Off the salt pastures, and the flavour comes into the lamb without question.
Yeah.
So nice big chunks of garlic into there.
Right, I've got some garlic chips here, which I'm going to fry. You want these frying off?
Yeah, I want them fried off nice and golden.
Right.
And it's going to soften the flavour, but still give you that nice little garlic note.
Right.
Coming through.
And as well as that, you're going to do these sort of little potato things. Tell us about that. What am I making?
You're making an almond croqueta. So it's going to be the starch or the veg to go with it.
Don't worry, carry on.
With the meal. And the important part is to get some roasted potatoes first, so you get that lovely dry roasted potato.
Yeah.
And instead of breadcrumbing them or coating them, we'll coat them in a lovely almond crust.
Right.
So what I've got here, the rosemary's going in. And the important part is to really get it every inch apart, because then when you carve the meat, which we're going to do to this, every slice is getting a nice component of rosemary, garlic and anchovy.
So tell us about the new restaurant then. So you've been open, what, a couple of months now?
No, not even. It's 4 weeks.
Right.
4 weeks now. It's in Mayfair, and it's a beautiful location we've taken over. And split over 2 floors.
Yeah.
Upstairs is a charcuterie bar and salad bar, where we're slicing all the fresh hams, all the fresh octopus and peppers, etc., all sliced up there. And then you go downstairs, and what we have is a open kitchen, as we do in the Rockers, but it has a rotisserie, which is something which is new.
Because you've got the old Roberta grill on at Roker, haven't you?
Absolutely. The important part of the rotisserie, though, is this one here. When you go into so many restaurants, you see like a lonely quail spinning round. This rotisserie, you'll see like this. You'll see a whole beautiful leg of lamb spinning round. We'll see whole 5-bone ribs of beef spinning round.
Right.
And they take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to cook. And then they're beautiful and soft. Here we go. Let's start it up. A little bit of salt and pepper.
So the reason why we bake the potatoes is just to keep them nice and dry.
You want a nice, dry potato, exactly.
Right.
I'm going to just pop this into an oven, about 350.
I suppose you could do this with. Could you do this with shoulder and cook it for longer? Then I suppose
you could do it with shoulder. The only thing is, if you did it with shoulder, it's not going to carve as nicely as a nice lamb leg like this. And you want it to be nice and carvable.
Right.
So the next we're going to go for the Samoriglio sauce, which some capers.
You don't want these?
No.
Jackie, potato skins. You can't waste them.
Actually, potato skins roasted in the oven with garlic and rosemary. Absolutely beautiful.
Ah, brilliant. Right, that's enough, yeah?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. These are these little garlic chips.
So what I'm doing here, I'm just picking down the oregano. Now, this Samoriglio sauce is a South American version, pretty much of a salsa verde.
Right.
So, you can use... Here I've got oregano, mint, classic combination with lamb, and some parsley. Parsley is just to stretch those flavours out. Mint is to give it that nice sort of minty note.
Minty note, yeah.
Minty note.
Right, so in here you've got the egg yolk, a little bit of nutmeg.
Yep, a little bit of nutmeg.
Yep.
And you want to just add in a little bit of sliced parsley.
Right, okay.
Just a touch.
Now, what's this about you opening a Peruvian restaurant as well?
Yes, the next one on the cards is a Peruvian restaurant. It's going to be called Koya.
He only does this to get a free holiday, to do a bit of research. That's where it is, isn't it?
I'm off to Peru, to Lima, Peru, in the first 2 weeks of January for food research.
Right.
And
what's in Peru?
What's in Peru? Well, the beauty about this restaurant is it's going to have a ceviche bar and taradito bar. So you go up there and sit up there and have freshly cut ceviche and taradito, and we'll have a big open wood grill.
Right.
So we're going to tap into the flavours of South America with the wood grills and the ceviches and the taraditos, and just, you know, I think that the South American and the Peruvian food movement is coming to the global scene.
And this is going to be in London as well.
This is going to be in London, yeah, absolutely. So I've got this in there, got all my herbs.
You want flour, egg, and the crumb in here, don't you? I'm going to move that down there. There you go.
Yeah, it's got to be panaed into little
flour,
little balls.
bit of egg.
Yes.
There you go. And then the crumbs, instead of the crumbs, you're going to use some almonds.
Yes.
Right.
But we want the almonds crushed up. Do you want me to crush the almonds for you? Give me a crunch up.
Got 'em. There you go. So what's this you're making here then? Tell us about this.
This is the samariglio. There we go. Samariglio sauce. I'm going to make quite a rough style pesto, and we'll use this to serve on the side and to drizzle over the top.
Couldn't you have brought ready crushed almonds?
I could have, but I wanted something for you to do.
There you go.
It gives it that handmade feel.
Yeah. Right, flour.
There you go.
About the size of that?
Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect, perfect. And we want to make this quite thin. Or
How many do you want?
Stretch it out. I think, realistically, we need 5, don't we?
5? Right, okay.
Should we go for 3?
All right, that's fine. No problem.
Okay, so in we go. Finish with a little bit of...
Now, sometimes you would baste that, wouldn't you, over the top of the lamb while it's cooking?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It just gives it that beautiful finishing touch.
But what you're going to do is just finish it over the top?
Yes.
Right. So we've got flour,
Get that in there.
egg, and the crumb. And these want to go in the fryer. They don't have to be all the same size, do they?
No.
Good
No,
job.
this is homemade.
This is lucky because they're not. Right.
In there.
With that, I'm going to go over here. So it's a bit like a salsa verde, yeah?
It's very much a salsa verde. That's exactly what it is. And what I'm really tapping into is the oregano. I want that nice flavours to come in there.
Right. Do you want these perfectly round, or are you quite...
No.
And don't forget all today's food recipes, including this one from Nick, are on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen, and you find dishes from our previous shows at bbc.co.uk/recipes. Right, they're in. We've got our... Where's our one that's cooked?
One that's cooked is coming out in just a second. Right. I'm just grabbing some mint tops.
Have you got a favourite cuisine, Nick, that you like to cook? Because you've got such a big repertoire, and I know you're really into your food. But is there anything that really stands out for you?
My 2 favourite cuisines are definitely Spanish and Japanese.
Okay.
And I think that's why I really like this Mediterranean, what I'm doing, because I think that they're similar. It's all about enhancing a flavour, enhancing an ingredient, you know, and keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing about Spain, I mean, we talked about it about a month ago with Rick Stein as well, is the great larder that they have, the great ingredients that they have. You know, it's not just great seafood, is it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Everything.
Okay, yep,
Right.
like that.
Check that out. You can just leave that as it is if you want.
You could just serve it like that.
I'll just eat it as it is.
If you could take that straight to the dining table, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. So, I don't know what you lot are having, but
bring
I'm
it
quite
over.
happy,
Yeah,
yes.
nice.
Okay, so got these nice...
Now he's going to ruin it by poncing around with it, you see.
No. Nice crusty sides.
Yeah. Smells great.
This can go straight on.
In the fryer. Hey, they look good.
There we go. And we're getting all that anchovy and garlic flavour straight in there. Let's bring that round. You liking the look of this?
I like the look of it. That'll do. That'll do for them.
No.
That's enough.
One more, just for good luck.
Right. Well, you got these things.
This here.
And these colour so much quicker because you've got the almonds in there, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
Where have we got? A little bit of Samariglio sauce.
Yeah.
And a a little bit on the side to dip the croquettes in. Like that. Like that. And you know I told you to make 5. I'm probably just going to put 3 on.
See, I knew that was coming. There you go.
And then we have it.
What about my garlic chips? Don't you want them either?
Pardon me.
There you go.
Phew, that was close. And there we have it, round 2.
What is it again?
It's our lamb leg with Saint-Marie glace sauce and almond croquettes.
He's pretty good.
Nick's given us a wonderfully original take on a roast leg of lamb. One of our favourite grape varieties with roast lamb is Syrah, and this bright, peppery, elegant Syrah from Hawke's Bay in New Zealand makes a delicious match.
But given the distinctly Mediterranean feel to Nick's dish, we're going to stay in Europe and we're going to choose a wine that's an absolute classic match with roast lamb. It's Rioja. And this is the sensational Vigna Aiguilla Gran Reserva Rioja from the 2001 vintage.
Gran Reserva on a bottle of Rioja means that the wine has been matured for a long time in barrels and bottle, and that gives the most amazing aromas. Just one smell of this and you get wonderful aromas of dried fruits and sweet spices.
And because of its age, this wine is very soft and creamy, which means it'll work brilliantly with the richness of the lamb and the nutty almond croquettes. But despite its maturity, it's very vibrant and juicy, and that's just what we need for the herbs, the garlic, and then the salty capers and the anchovies.
So Nick, it's a beautiful, comforting dish, perfect for a wintry evening.
And here's a very fine, heartwarming wine to drink with it. Happy New Year.